I'm Thomas. I'm an aspiring polyglot. I speak French fluently and Russian and Swedish pretty fluently.
Cool.
And I went on exchange to France
Yep.
in 2018, I think. And also, I'm an aspiring YouTuber. I want to make videos about New Zealand history. Haven't done it yet, but that's my plan.
Nice. So you're from New Zealand?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, from Auckland.
oh, you're from Auckland.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Nice. Which part of Auckland?
I'm from the North Shore, but now I'm living on Queen
So
Street.
are
Yeah.
you in uni? Are you working? Like, what do you
Yeah,
do?
I'm studying at the University of Auckland,
Yeah.
doing Bachelor of Arts, double majoring in French and language teaching, because I want to be like an English teacher overseas or something
Oh,
like that.
no way. Okay, we need to talk about that. French and language
Yeah.
teaching. Okay, cool. Which year of uni are you in?
Year three.
Okay, so is your degree 3 years?
But
Oh,
then I got to
wow.
do some like extra study for language teaching, to be a
Right.
certified teacher.
Cool. And what's that flag behind you?
This is the flag of French Polynesia, because I
Oh,
put it up to motivate me because I was thinking maybe I'll go teach in French Polynesia. But now I'm thinking maybe Mongolia.
Mongolia, that's so random. Okay.
Yeah, because I want to learn
Yeah.
Mongolia and I could learn it if I teach
Okay.
it.
And so where did you go on exchange?
I went like to the countryside around Bordeaux in the south of France.
Yeah. Okay. And how old were you when you went there?
It's been 18. It was year 13.
Year 13. Okay.
Yeah.
So how long were you there for?
I was there for only 2 months.
Oh, okay. So was it during the school year?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to go for longer, but mom didn't let me.
Oh, really? I did an exchange as well.
Where to?
Italy.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I went for 10 months.
Ah, yeah.
Uh,
Whereabouts in Italy did you go?
in a place called Umbria, Umbre,
Okay.
like the center. But it was a
Mm.
really small town as well. So it was like kind of middle of nowhere. And so did you stay with a host family?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. My host mom was actually the mayor of the town I was in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And did you have like host brothers or sisters?
Yeah. The family had three brothers. One didn't live with them, because he was like old,
Yeah.
and the other one was my age, and we went to the local high school together,
Yeah.
and the other was like super young.
Okay, cool. Do you still keep in touch with them?
No, I don't,
Oh,
because none of them have social media except for
what?
the host brother who's my age,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he's not very friendly to me.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's all right. And how was school in France?
It was quite tricky actually.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand anything of what was
Yeah.
going on. And I didn't have, like the pre-knowledge because I teach kind of
Mm.
different stuff. Every class I was lost, except for Russian, because I took Russian there. And actually in Russian class, I understood the most because I was speaking like basic Russian instead of
Yeah.
advanced French.
True. So did you study French before your exchange?
Yeah, I did all throughout high school for 5
Oh,
years.
okay. Do you feel
So I was
like
fluent.
your French improved after the exchange?
Definitely, because French in France is spoken like it's completely different,
Yeah.
and they use slang and they speak fast. At first, I couldn't understand anything, but eventually, I got the hang of it.
Oh, nice. And did you have any time to travel to other cities or countries?
Yeah, we did do a bit of
Yeah.
traveling. We went to Biscarrosse, which is like a little surf village on the coast, because
Yeah.
Bordeaux is kind of inland. We also
Okay.
went to Bordeaux. We went to Saint-Emilion, which is like a
Yeah.
famous wine town. It's like a
Okay.
beautiful ancient town. Yeah, we just traveled like the Bordeaux region a bit.
Did you make any friends like while you were there?
I found it hard to make friends with
Yeah.
French people, but with other exchange students, it was a lot easier.
Oh,
I
okay.
made friends with this guy from Indonesia. He was in my Russian class with me.
Oh, nice. So you had exchange students at the school with you?
One.
Oh, okay.
But we had like a meeting of all the exchange students in the region,
Yeah.
and I kind of made friends with them.
Oh, nice. Which company did you go through? Was it like
AFS.
AF? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of them. That's nice.
Yeah.
Why did you choose them? Was there like a reason or?
Because they were the ones who came to my school and I talked to them.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't know there were other exchange companies. So this one. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool that you did it though. Because like
Yeah.
France is obviously really far away. So was it the first time you went to France? Or had you been there?
No, we actually toured Europe when I was younger,
Oh, okay.
but we only spent 3 days in France back then.
Yeah.
So this was quite a different experience.
Okay, so you went to France and then you came back. So then you finished year 13?
Yeah. I finished all the credits that I need for year 13. Then I
Oh,
went to exchange during the school time.
right.
And then I came back and just was at school, but I didn't like need to pass anything.
That's a good way of doing it.
It was quite cool in that region because I didn't
Yeah.
know this beforehand, but in that region, everyone loves rugby, so they love New Zealand.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
No,
that's pretty weird.
that's true. Yeah, French people like rugby, I think.
In that region, they do.
Italian people, not really. I mean, occasionally, like if someone plays it, but most of the people don't really know
Yeah,
about rugby
yeah, I get it.
much
No
about
one
it.
knew about netball, which surprised me.
And so obviously you really enjoyed it because you're studying French now, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so what do you learn in your degree?
I'm also like doing linguistics because before I was
Yeah,
thinking of majoring in linguistics, but then I
okay.
decided to do French. In French, we're learning a lot of like complicated grammar stuff that I don't really get, but I'll get it eventually, I hope.
Yeah.
And then language teaching, it's kind of abstract and subjective stuff, but it's like about different language teaching techniques and kind of like philosophies and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And so to study French at uni, can you start from like scratch or do you have to have like a base
Yeah,
of
yeah,
French?
you can. If you don't speak any French, then you can start with French 100
Yeah.
or 101 or something. But then if you speak some French, then you go to French 200.
Ah, okay. Awesome. So you said you wanted to be an English teacher?
Yeah, I think that'll be like the best life way for me because then I
Yeah.
could like go to different countries and learn their language and work
Yeah.
by teaching English. I think
That's a
that'd be
really
really
good
fun.
plan, actually. You
Yeah.
could even start now, like there's websites, where you can, I don't know.
Yeah,
you
I
can-
am actually. I signed up to a website, a Japanese website to teach English in
Oh,
Japan
nice. And did you
online.
say you want to go to Mongolia?
Yeah, I
Why
really love Mongolian
Mongolia?
language and culture.
Okay,
And
what interests you about it? Or how did you discover Mongolian?
I actually had a friend who came from Buryatia, which is basically Mongolia, but it's inside
Okay.
of Russia.
Yeah.
That's also one of the reasons why I want to go there so I can visit him
Mm.
again. And he like showed me like Mongolian throat singing, Mongolian instruments, the language,
So
and
random.
everything.
I mean,
And
it's
like,
really cool, but it's really random. Yeah.
yeah, I know, right?
Like,
Yeah, he came to
yeah.
Auckland. It was
Oh,
so
okay.
random. Yeah, and
Nice.
then he'll show me like horseback archery
Yeah.
and like the Mongolian way, which is kind of like old, and I thought that's so cool.
Yeah, I've actually seen, I think, travel videos and there's like heaps of nature just looks pretty beautiful. Like
Yeah, he showed me videos of the nature and
nature.
stuff in his region, and it's so beautiful. It's just like tree covered mountains everywhere, just like the occasional village. It's
Nice.
great.
How do you get a job there? Like, have you looked into
A
school
lot of countries
program?
have these kind of like specialist schools where people can send their students to learn English, and it's like extracurricular, and it's like really expensive to go there,
Yeah.
and the teachers get paid quite a lot. Like they get paid kind of like in $28 an hour or something in Sydney,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's in countries with a much weaker economy, so everything is a lot cheaper.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I think it'd be great to work there. I'll be a lot
Awesome.
richer.
Nice. True. Do you have a job at the moment, or are you working in New Zealand?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like working at tutoring English online,
Oh, nice.
for Japanese students.
That's a good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said you're an aspiring polyglot. So which languages are you learning? What do you speak?
I'm learning many languages, French, Russian, and Swedish. Those are the ones that I speak pretty well. But
Yeah.
I also know a bit of like Spanish and Finnish and
Okay.
German. I like to be fluent
Cool.
in those ones and a lot more. I have
Yeah.
a list of like my favorite languages. I want to
Yeah.
learn a lot of native languages, Maori and Inuktitut, which is the language of the Inuit, like Eskimos.
Okay. How did you become interested in languages? Like, was it from the exchange or before that?
No, actually, in primary school, I made friends with this Russian girl, and she was like telling me about like Russia and stuff, and it really interests me
Oh
a
my
lot.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
I became really interested in Russian, and I learned Russian. And then later, I found out that every country is this interesting.
Yeah, and
Like
crazy.
just through the language, you can
Yeah.
see the country like that.
Yeah.
So I started learning other languages.
Oh, cool. And so do you know how to write and read like Russian as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, I do in Russian.
Have
Yeah.
you been to Russia?
No, not yet,
Oh.
unfortunately. I really want to go. I want to tour like every region of Russia.
Yeah, because I do like English tutoring as well. And
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
I get students from Russia. And it's always very interesting. Like
yeah, it
their
is.
culture and stuff's very different.
Yeah, I especially love the republics in Russia because there they speak Russian, so you can communicate with them. But they also have their own native languages that you can learn as well.
Okay.
Because like a lot of Russia used to be Turkic countries or Uralic countries, so they speak like
Yeah.
Turkic and Uralic languages.
But I've heard in Russia, like they don't really have regional accents. Is it all kind of
They do have like
They
quite a
do.
bit of regional differences. Like they have like these three main dialects.
Yeah.
One is kind of like the Ukrainian dialects where they have like sh kind of stuff, and then there's a normal one around the Moscow region and the central region, and then there's a
Yeah.
northern dialect. They have like some different words and pronunciation, but it's not too different, I guess.
Nice. And how do you practice languages? Like what's your routine if you have one?
Well, I really like Duolingo,
Yeah.
because it shows you the word a lot, so that can help you remember it. And then I just take notes and stuff, and I try to write sentences in those languages.
Yeah.
And then I try and like I get a lot of friends who speak those languages natively,
Yeah.
and I try and practice the languages with them. And they teach me like slang and like how to pronounce things the correct way and stuff. Yeah, like that.
Awesome. Do you ever like watch shows or try listen?
Yeah, I
How's
watch some
it?
shows in French.
Yeah.
But my language skills like isn't good enough in Russian to enjoy a show completely in
Yeah.
Russian. But I follow some Russian meme pages that have like
Okay.
memes
Yeah,
and
everything
like
helps, everything
bits in
helps.
Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that's really enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I do that. Like sometimes I follow accounts on Instagram or Twitter, and technically it's like helping because you're seeing stuff
Yeah, exactly.
in
It's like
language.
studying. Yeah, like with those things, you can also see
Yeah,
a bit of.
exactly. Yeah, like if you I think the best thing is like make friends, have like language partners.
Yeah,
Because they
definitely.
teach you the culture and how to actually speak. Because if you just study from a book, you don't really
Yeah,
learn
it's completely different.
when you go to the
Yeah.
country. So have you been to those countries where you know the language or
Oh,
studied the language?
I haven't been. I've only been to France. I haven't been to
Yeah.
Russia or Sweden or Spanish. I did go to Spain briefly,
Yeah.
but yeah, I haven't been to Finland too. But I would love to go one day. Save up
Nice.
some money and go.
Cool. Have you ever like came across like someone French in New Zealand and like spoken to them?
Yeah, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
And they always like think I'm
Okay.
French,
Really?
but then
That's
they
good.
like because I have like a good pronunciation.
Yeah.
But then they like think I'm dumb because I don't know like that much about
Yeah.
French,
That's the
like in
problem,
English.
when you have like the accent, but then you don't have the words. So you don't know
Yeah,
what to say.
exactly. They don't think that I'm just a foreigner. They think I'm like
Yeah.
a dumb French person.
Yeah. That happens sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's cool. You get to use your languages. And how's uni going? Is it the break at the moment?
Yeah, yeah. It's the holidays for the moment. Did you
Oh, no.
graduate?
Yeah,
Did you
I went
study?
to AUT, but I studied
Oh, no.
business, which isn't really related. But I
Yeah.
did some papers like in Spanish and Māori for
Well, that's
fun.
quite cool.
But yeah, because I think at the time when I started uni, I still hadn't really got interested in languages yet. And I didn't
Yeah.
consider it like
Nice.
as a career. But now I'm thinking like I could work as an English teacher anyway. Like you don't need a specific degree for it. So
Yeah, I started getting interested in languages early, but unfortunately, I didn't do much study of languages back then, which I
yeah.
really regret because I could be fluent in so many more languages. I have this one friend who's 17 and he speaks 30 languages fluently because he
What?
just studies all the time.
30
I
languages.
kind of wish I did that.
Okay, and what about your YouTube? So, because I looked at your channel and you started it a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I did just to post some like videos for my family to see, like me doing
Yeah.
pottery and stuff. But now I'm thinking it'd be cool to teach the world about New Zealand, and
Yeah.
like the Maori and New Zealand history and all of that.
Oh, cool. So what kind of videos are you planning to post, or do you
I'm
have?
thinking about New Zealand history
Yeah.
stuff and stuff about Maori culture.
Okay.
Like maybe particularly the land wars, the musket wars, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because there's like hardly anything about it, and I find it really interesting.
Yeah. Did you study that at uni or high school?
No, I'm just studying that
Interesting.
now. My free time, got some books about it.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like we don't really learn much history at all.
Yeah,
About
we learn like
New Zealand or
nothing about New
anything
Zealand
really.
history,
It's a bit.
just the world wars.
Yeah, because I think in other countries, like I remember when I was in Italy,
Hmm.
they had like philosophy class and had like
Yeah,
really like history to them was really important, and they would study so much about, I don't know, I think in Europe maybe there's more history or there's more like documented history.
yeah, maybe. Well, there's quite a lot of like documented Maori history going back
Yeah.
way before the colonial times, but it's like not very relevant to, you know, the Pakeha culture. So I guess that's why it's not taught. Unlike in other countries, like in England, they teach about like the War of the Roses, the Hundred Years' War and stuff, because those were like English wars. But here
Yeah.
it was like it's like Maori history, so it's not really related to like the English Pakeha people here. But I
Yeah.
think we should learn it because you know it's about our
Definitely.
country.
Yeah, I feel like Māori should just be a language. Like at school, everyone should learn it.
Yeah,
Why
definitely.
not? Like,
That's
why
it.
isn't it better to have everyone be bilingual? Like, that would just be
Yeah, I'd love to like.
cool.
I kind of want to like create, you know, change our national identity to be like more of like a Maori identity instead of like a Pakeha one.
Cool. And how's uni been? Like, do you feel like I don't know, the course has been helpful? Like, do you think it's worth studying a language? Because you know how some people say
Mm.
you don't really learn much, like at school
Yeah,
or at uni.
I didn't really learn much. I don't think the course was very helpful, but the degree would be helpful, you know,
Okay.
because if you just say you speak French,
Yeah.
then they won't really take it as seriously unless you have like a
True.
degree behind it.
Okay, so in a way, it's like credibility to
Yeah,
say to
yeah,
like prove
exactly.
your language skills.
Yeah.
I see. And are the other people in your class, do you think they have like, I don't know, similar goals, or what do they want to do with their degrees?
The other people in my French class don't really
Yeah.
want to do anything with French. They're
Oh,
like just studying it out of interest or something.
right.
They mainly
Yeah.
study like business or global studies, you know,
Oh,
other
true.
things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And then linguistics people, yeah, also don't really plan to do anything with their degree. I
Mhm.
guess they
Just
just
for
pick
fun.
things out of
Yeah,
interest. Yeah,
that's
kind of weird.
fun. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So do you plan on like living in different countries and then
Yeah, I'd love to. Like
English?
maybe a year in each country. Just like keep
Oh,
moving like
cool.
that.
Yeah,
I
that's
could learn
basically
something
my
new.
plan as well. But I don't know if I want to necessarily just teach English, but I think it's
Yeah.
a good like way of, I don't know, surviving or like getting by, you know, when you're moving around.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm learning French because I could teach French too. Those are both
Yeah.
languages in quite high demand. Maybe some people like want to know why I want to learn those languages.
Mm.
Like I didn't mention why I started studying Swedish, but it might be kind of
True.
funny. You
Yeah.
know the series Vikings on Netflix?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I watched that and I thought, wow, the Vikings are so cool. So I
Yeah.
learned Swedish.
Okay. That's so do you speak Swedish now? Or can
Yeah,
you
yeah,
really?
conversational. Yeah, I can have
Wow.
conversations in Swedish, but sometimes I don't like have the words to say things exactly, so I have to like try and figure out a
Wow.
different way to say it. But I can say anything really.
How long did it take you to learn?
Swedish was actually really easy to learn because it's so similar to English. So
That's true.
I
Mm,
learned it in 6 months. Just did
nice.
Duolingo every day, like one lesson,
Oh,
and
I
then
love
talked to
Duolingo.
Swedish friends.
I swear
Yeah, me
some people
too.
are just haters, eh? They're like, oh, it's not good, but
Yeah.
I like it.
My friend who speaks like 30 languages, he
Yeah.
says that he learns not on Duolingo, but like on Wikipedia and through
Oh,
books
okay.
and stuff like that. And that might actually be
Yeah.
better, like it might have like more dense information or something. But Wikipedia works for me.
Wikipedia. Like just
I
reading
mean,
Wikipedia.
Duolingo works for me
Duolingo. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like how they introduce stories. I don't know if you've tried it, but
on Wikipedia.
no,
On
in
Duolingo.
Duolingo, there's
Yeah.
like a stories feature, and you can, I don't know, it's like a little
Yeah. But that's only for
thing.
like French, Italian, and
Yeah,
Spanish.
that's
I think.
true.
Yeah. Not for the ones I want to learn. I want to learn some Celtic languages too.
Celtic. What's
Yeah.
that? Like
Like
from
Scottish,
Ireland.
Irish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh cool. This is very ambitious.
Yeah. I am.
Yeah, but I mean, why not? Right? Like you gotta have
Yeah. And
some.
like you don't have to learn something fluency, just like study it every now and then until
Mm.
you like conversational, you know.
Yeah, because I'm thinking even if you just learn a little bit, like when you
Yeah.
travel somewhere, or it's kind of like the more strange the language is, the less you need to know to impress people.
Yeah, that's true. And also if you
Or
speak
more
a
like,
language
yeah,
that's similar, if you're learning a language that's similar to one that you already speak, then you
yeah.
don't need to learn it too much because you can understand it, you know, a
Mm,
lot easier.
nice.
Like I can kind of understand Spanish a lot from my French.
Yeah, I was practicing French today, and like I have this problem because sometimes when I read French, I say it
Mm.
like I pronounce it with a Spanish accent. So it
Yeah,
sounds
that happens all the time when I try to learn Spanish.
yeah. It's like it's helpful, but it's also not. But it's Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's mostly helpful though.
My mum speaks Spanish too, and
Oh,
she,
really?
whenever she tries to say something in French, she says it with
Yeah.
Spanish accent. It's so funny.
Oh, cool. So where's your like family from? Do you know like
My mum's from Gisborne, and my dad's from Auckland, but my mum went on an exchange as well with the AFS
Oh, right.
to Chile.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, cool. So like
Yeah,
you always knew or she wanted you to do it, or like you always
yeah, she was
knew you were gonna
she was
do it?
kind of supportive of me doing it, but I wanted to go to Russia. And she wasn't supportive of that, so
Oh.
I settled for France.
Yeah, I think France is a pretty popular country.
Yeah,
And
it
because
is.
French is pretty common as well. Like most schools I feel like have French as a
Yeah, and
language.
it's quite a useful language.
Oh, that's cool though that she went to Chile. Like, and it would have been like, I don't know how long ago, but
Yeah,
back
she
in the
went
day when there
during.
wasn't even technology, like you couldn't even
Yeah,
Google family. What?
she went during the reign of Pinochet. You know, the dictator.
Oh wow.
So a
Wasn't
lot of
that
interesting
wouldn't
things
that
are
be
happening.
dangerous or was it like
It wasn't dangerous for her, but
yeah,
for the Chileans, it was dangerous. You
yeah.
know, some
Oh,
people in
okay.
her schools, like parents, disappeared, stuff like that.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
Has she been back there?
Yes, she went with my dad back to visit everyone that she knew
Oh,
then.
and they didn't take you? Or were you too young at the time?
I wasn't born yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that would be fun.
It would be cool for me to
Yeah,
go there.
yeah, definitely. Because I'm learning Spanish as well. So I think it'd be
Oh
fun to
yeah.
go there and like actually use the language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should go there to Chile.
Yeah, I might. But I know their Spanish is a bit like different. Like I think they cut off, they shorten words. They
Yeah,
don't
I think
pronounce
it's like
things.
maybe the most difficult Spanish. But that'll be, fun challenge.
Yeah. But I really want to go to Mexico. I have lots of friends there
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
Mexican food
You
is
could
really
study some Nahuatl as well, which is the native
good.
language of most
Yeah,
individuals.
yeah, because I have a friend that's from there, and I think his family is like I don't know
Yeah,
what's
Nahuatl.
but yeah, Nawa,
Yeah,
and he told me I think his grandma or something spoke it, but I think
that's
they
so
like
cool.
yeah, I
But
think
the
everyone
language is
lost their
dying.
language. Yeah, it's very sad. Or like all indigenous languages are kind of dying, which is sad. But
But their history is so interesting, and the languages too. So that's why I want to learn them. They have really unique sounds.
I don't know. I feel like we could just talk about this for ages, but you probably got to go, so I'll leave you to it. But thank you so much
Right.
for doing this.
Thank you for this.
No
This is
worries.
fun.
Thanks. Bye.